Elon Musk at your rescue, or maybe not.
SpaceX founder Elon Musk and European Space Agency astronaut Andreas Mogensen got into a fiery back and forth online over the two stranded NASA astronauts.
The online spat came in response to a remark Elon Musk made during an interview with Fox News earlier this week. Let's take a look.
At the President's request or instruction, we are accelerating the return of the astronauts, which was postponed kind of to a ridiculous degree.
They got left in space.
They've been there. They were supposed to be there 8 days. They're there almost 300.
Biden.
They were yes, they were left up there for political reasons, which is not good.
Okay, it's not good. Now, if I had the weight of the pressure of doing that successfully on my shoulders, I think I'd be, But when we spoke before we did this interview, you are very confident. You think this will be a successful mission.
Well, we don't want to be complacent, but we have brought astronauts back from the space station many times before, and always with success. Mm-hmm. So, as long as we're not complacent.
When are you going to launch?
I think it's about 4 weeks to bring them back.
About 4 weeks?
Yeah.
And
we're being extremely cautious. Yeah.
You now have the go-ahead.
Yes. Well, thanks to you.
They didn't have the go-ahead with Biden.
What's that?
He was going to leave him in space. I think he was going to leave him in space.
Well, it's like we were growing up, lost in space.
Yeah, he didn't want the publicity. Can you believe it?
Mogensen in 2015 became the first Danish citizen to fly in space, and he reposted Musk's interview on X, writing, "What a lie," and from someone who complains about lack of honesty from the mainstream media.
To which Elon Musk responded, "You are fully retarded. SpaceX could have brought them back several months ago. I offered this directly to the Biden administration and they refused. Return was pushed back for political reasons, idiot."
Andreas Mogensen fired back, writing, "Elon, I have long admired you and what you have accomplished, especially at SpaceX and Tesla. You know as well as I do that Butch and Sonny are returning with Crew 9, as has been the plan since last September. Even now you're not sending up a rescue ship to bring them home. They are returning on the Dragon capsule that has been on ISS since last September."
Spicy.
It is spicy. I wish Elon Musk wouldn't use that word to anybody. It's just, I thought we were past using that word, and anyway, it is. He did, so there we are.
I think I didn't know much about this until diving in and just sort of reading up on this story and researching, but like 8 to 300 days is a big gap. And the astronauts, like Mogensen mentioned, have been pretty upbeat about this. They have said in interviews with CNN, "We are not stranded." I have the quote here because I think it's really important. They said, "We don't feel abandoned. We don't feel stuck. We don't feel stranded. It was a little bit longer of a stay than we expected, but both of us are trained to live and work on this space station." Mm-hmm. And that sounds to me like astronauts doing their duty, being positive and not complaining, right? They're not going to go on CNN and go, "We were abandoned for political reasons." They're going to do it kind of like military officers would and say, "We're doing our duty."
But
I think that's right.
But is there any evidence that they were abandoned for political reasons? I mean, for Trump to sort of say, well, Biden left them up there as if Biden has some vested interest in leaving astronauts on the International Space Station seems curious to me.
Yeah, I thought that this was curious because he really needs to say what he means. Because you have to look into this and sort of make your own assumptions. But here's the thing. The Biden DOJ was suing Elon Musk's SpaceX for discrimination for not hiring asylees and migrants into SpaceX. They were under a federal lawsuit. The Biden White House could not cooperate or work with SpaceX for something like a rescue mission or bringing people back from the space station at the same time that they were taking them to federal court. Incredibly bad optics, incredibly bad politics, and it makes Biden look foolish. I would think that's what he's referring to.
But does it make Biden look foolish if that is a regulation or a practice that you can't employ, in this case, SpaceX for that function at the time that kind of case is going on? It appears from what the Danish guy says that the astronauts are going to get down in due course, and that the Biden administration, from what you say, is upholding a rule that you can't do both things. You can't employ the company that you're also investigating at that time.
I think that that's exactly right. And, I don't know what the Danish astronaut knows besides having experience in that realm, and I respect his expertise. But what Elon Musk is, I think, teasing here, and it's something that he just needs to show us more about what he experienced, that he reached out to the Biden White House and offered to help, and they declined and opted instead to keep them on there until NASA could orchestrate its own return home for them. And they work on a much slower timeline. They are not like SpaceX in terms of caliber. And you could use the word stranded, you could use the word abandoned, you could use the word delayed.
But the astronauts don't use those words about themselves, which is where I'm getting pausing.
They're servicemen. I think that it's really important to look at how tactful they were when they've been speaking to media. We don't feel abandoned or stranded. They're making the best of it. They literally say, we're turning this into a positive. They don't want to be there. They wanted to be home 250 days ago, but they're not. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know either. The details of this case are sort of lost in the murk of exactly what was done. Elon Musk makes this claim about political interference. You referenced what that could be a reference to, which I don't personally think is as damning as Elon Musk is making it appear in that interview. He has a propensity, as we know in Doge, to make claims that are not verified at all sometimes, or wrong sometimes. There was the thing just a few days ago about the 8 billion saving that turned out to be an 8 million saving. So I think not only me, but lots of people are skeptical of kind of claims that he makes.
I am always a little skeptical of claims that he makes too. He's very cavalier. But at the end of the day, you have two different administrations, one who is very eager to hold up Elon Musk as a hero, someone who is guiding civilization in a better direction, is brave, and then the Biden administration who very much were opposed to Elon Musk personally and politically. They intertangled the DOJ with X, and there was all this political pressure towards Elon Musk because he was getting involved in politics. And for the Biden administration to give him an opening to do something heroic and bring astronauts back wouldn't have been part of that goal. And I think that's worth considering, that they might have kicked the can down the road here to not give him good headlines.
Well, I would just like proof of that. I mean, it's really as simple as that. You know, that's where the issue arises.
Proof.
Yeah, exactly. We want more proof. But in any event, maybe we'll get it. Maybe we won't. Stay tuned. That does it for us today on Rising. Be sure to like, share and subscribe so you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we are now available anywhere you listen to podcasts.